Hello and welcome back to Samo Diecast. My name is Ron. Well, here it is, September. Time for the September 4 Horsemen Invitational, and this month it was my turn to choose as the Guest Horseman, and I chose to slam a 55 gasser. I love building gassers. I love slamming gassers. So I just, when Paul invited me, I said, all right, let's slam a gasser. So we're going to take this beautiful little Triassic 5 in the kind of plum, well, is that lavender with the white top. And we're going to make it a little lower in the front, I think. It's always fun to do, so let's go ahead and get this little critter blown apart, take a look at the pieces and parts, see what we got to play with, and see what we can do about changing the altitude on this 55 gasser. Everybody please stay tuned. Well, all right, we got our little 55 gasser all blown apart. Just popped this out of the blister and drilled it and tapped it for two 256 screws for the posts. And I love the 55, and the gasser's just perfect. This one, apparently there's a little foreign matter on the tampo when they applied it, because it's got a big spot in the top of it, but it'll be going away shortly anyway. Beautiful purple window, or kind of rose pinkish window that is indicative of a gasser. They always have the odd colored windows in them. And we got a chrome interior and engine, which we're going to strip and modify because we're not going to keep the stance that it has on this plastic base. So this is, of course, the gasser. It's funny, it's already bent, and it hadn't even ran down the track yet. Didn't take the wheels off because we are replacing the base with one of my 3D printed gasser slamming bases, so we don't even need to worry about removing the wheels or anything, because that is all going away. Well, that is the sum total of the pieces and parts. So let's go ahead and get the chrome off that interior and get that engine, or get the body stripped, and we'll get this build moving along. Everybody please stay tuned. All right, before we get to the reveal, let's take just a moment, look back at where we started. This is a Hot Wheels 1955 Chevy Gasser. And let's go ahead then and we'll get to the reveal and see what became of the once Triassic 5. Everybody please, stay tuned. Well, we have our Hot Wheels 1955 Chevy Gasser all finished up. This, of course, the Four Horsemen build for the month of September, which I was the Guest Horseman, and this was my pick to slam a gasser. And I like slamming gassers. I like making gassers out of cars that weren't gassers. So we tore this one down and cleaned it up a lot. We had a pretty purplish looking window unit to play with, so I decided to go with the Tester's Purplicious to kind of complement and help disguise the fact that it's a purple-red window. We cleaned up a lot of casting lines, but then also just made it look good. The paint kind of failed me a little bit. I shot it. It was really shiny. I cleared it. It was still shiny. And then about a day or so later, I looked at it and it was started to dull a bit. So I decided to just leave it. But it still turned out, I'm still happy with how it turned out. We detailed out the chrome trim around the windshield and the back window, the door handles, headlights, taillights, grille, bumpers, and all that. And of course the lowering is courtesy of the 3D base that I created on my 3D software, so it was fairly simple to lower, and it incorporates a front bumper, so it gives it a kind of finished look like it's no longer a gasser. We got rid of the gas tank and all that. Painted the interior the matching Purplicious, and then detailed out a little chrome on the inside. Re-chromed the engine and the brake and all the things under the hood. Toyed with the idea of building a hood for it or cutting one off of another 55, but talked myself out of it. And then printed up a set of modern style kind of ventilated five-spoke wheels. They similar to a Krager, but they have little vents in each one, or cutouts in each one of the wheels. So anyway, it's a little more modern take on a classic hot rod wheel. But this, as I said, is for the September Four Horsemen build, and very happy with it. I'd like to say thank you to the Four Horsemen for, one, having these builds, and two, allowing me to be the Guest Horseman for the month of September. Well, be sure you go out and check out all of the other builders that participated in the Four Horsemen build for this month. There's always a lot of interesting and fun builds out there, and love seeing how everybody has a different take on the theme for the month. Well, be sure you like, subscribe, and share. Ring the bell when you subscribe so you'll be notified of any future videos when they're available, and tell your friends. Well, thank you all again for watching, and I will see you in the next.